203 in your math workbook. So go to page 203 in your math workbook. And we're going to jump right in to step it out. So today we're multiplying with regrouping. Multiplying with regrouping. Number one, a music store has 12 standard pianos on display. A standard piano has 88 keys. How many piano keys are in the display at the music store? So they want us to multiply. So they want us to create our equation first. So we have 12 pianos, and each piano has 88 keys. So they want to know a total number of keys at the music store. So we need to estimate. So what we're going to do here is we're going to round these two numbers, these two factors, to the closest 10. So here we have 12, and we can say that it's closer to 10. And then we have 88, and that's closer to 90. So now if I multiply, let's go back to your basic fact. 1 times 9 is 9, and we have 2 zeros. So my estimate would be 900. My number has to be close to 900. All right, now it says A, write the problem vertically. Then use place value and regrouping to find your answer. So here they want us to put the number of keys, which was 88. And then the number of pianos is 12. Now the first step, they want us to multiply 88, that top number, by 2 ones. So we're going to say 8 times 2, that's 16. So I'm going to write a 6 in the ones place. I have to carry the 1 over to the tens. Then I'm going to multiply again and say 8 times 2 is 16, plus that 1 more is 17. So I'm going to write my 17, and I got 176 by multiplying 2 times 88. Now it wants me to multiply the 88 again by 1 10. So we're using the 1 over here. So we're going to say 8 times 1 is 8, and 8 times 1 is 8. Now, key thing here is we're multiplying by a 10. So we make sure that we have to put a 0 here in our ones place. We've got to put a 0 there. So now we can start 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8. So then we have 880. Now, we add those two partial products together to get our total number of keys. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 7 plus 8 is 15. So we need to carry our 1 to the hundreds. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. So we have 1,056 total keys. Now let's look at B. We're going to use our work that we've done over here to answer these last two questions. It says, where did you need to regroup and why? So when we regroup, we had to carry it over into the tens or carry over into the hundreds. So let's look at it. When I multiplied 8 by 2 ones, the product was what? It was 16. And I know that I can't have more than 9 ones in my ones place. So I had 1 tens and 6 ones. So you could simply say, where did you need to regroup? We could write that equation. When we said 8 times 2 is 16, that would read as 1 10 and 6 ones. Can't have more than 9 ones. So I had to make another 10. So I had to make another 10. All right, C. Why did you record a 0 in the ones place of the second partial product? So what they're talking about is our 880 here. Why did we put a 0 there? Well, let's think about this. It's asking us to multiply 88 by 110. So 88 multiplied by 110. So 88 times 1 is the same thing as saying, or 88 times 110 is the same thing as saying 88 times 10. So if you say, break it down to your basic fact, and you have 88 times 1, but you can't forget that 0, you're adding that 0 there. So you're multiplying it by a 10. So that's why we need to add our 0. All right, let's continue on. Let's go to page 204 and let's work through this again. We're going to be practicing some more multiplying with regrouping. Okay, let's look at Step It Out together. Miss Singh is making a booklet of guitar music that contains 76 pages. She will need 27 copies of the booklet for her class. How many sheets of paper will she use to make the booklets? First, let's build our equation. So she needs 27 copies, and each booklet contains 76 pages. So we're trying to figure out how many sheets of paper she needs to use. So our estimate, let's round these to the closest 10. So 27, let's round that to 30, and 76, we're going to round that to, let's say 80. Okay, let's break this down and multiply. 3 times 8 is 24. Then we have 2 zeros, so we're going to include those 2 zeros in our estimate, and we have 2,400. So we know that our estimate needs to be close to that. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to think of 27 as 2 10s and 7 1s. So we're breaking this number apart, and that's how we're going to multiply. So we're going to take that top number and we're going to multiply it by the 10s, and we're going to multiply it by the 1s. So the first thing they want us to do is do the 1s. So it says here, multiply by 1s. So we're going to say 76. We're going to multiply 76 by 7 1. Okay, so 76 by 7 1s. So 6 times 7. Let's think about that. What is 6 times 7? It's 42. Okay, 42. So we're going to put a 2 here, and we're going to carry our 4 over to the tens place. All right, now we have 7 times 7 is 49, plus 4 more, so it's 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So that's 532. All right, now the next step in B, they want us to multiply 76 by our 10s. And then we have 2 10s, so we're going to put a 2 here. So we're going to say 6 times 2, and that's a 12. Now remember, we're working with 10s, so we are going to put a 0 first in our 1s. Let's put a 0 there. So 6 times 2 is 12. So we're going to put a 2 in the 10s. We're going to carry our 1 over. Okay, and you can mark out that 4 so you don't forget that you've already used it. All right, then we have 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 more is 15. So that's 1,520. Now, the next step is to add the partial products. So we have 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So we got to do some regrouping. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you should have gotten 2,052 sheets of paper. So our estimate was 2,400. We can say that our estimate is reasonable, but it wants us to check. So how can you check to see if the product is reasonable? I can just simply do what we just did. I can compare 2,052 to my estimate of 2,400 to see if they are close. And are they close? They are close, so we can say that our estimate is reasonable. All right, I want you to pause the video and I want you to complete Check Understanding on your own. All right, let's look at your Check Understanding. The first thing that it wants us to do is estimate. So we need to come over and rewrite these closest to the nearest 10. So we have 88, we're going to say that's close to 90. 63 is close to 60. And then we multiply those. 9 times 6 is 54. And you have 2 zeros. So 5,400. Now we're just going to simply multiply. We're going to start with the ones. 8 times 3 is 24. I'll put a 4 in the 1, 2 in the 10s. 8 times 3 is 24 again. 25, 26. So that's 264. Then we have 8 times 6. We're going to put a 0 in the 1s. So we're in the 10s now. We have 8 times 6. Excuse me. 8 times 6 is 48. Put an 8 in the 10s. carry our 4. 8 times 6 is 48 again. 49, 50, 51, 52. And then we're going to simply add 4. That's 14. We carry our 1. 5. So 5,544. And we know that it is close to our estimate. All right, so for number 2, your estimate was 1,800. Remember, you round to the closest 10. So that would be 90. This would be 20. Then you multiply, and then we just simply multiply to find the product. 4 times 8 is 32. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 3 more is 75. Then we come to our tens. 4 times 1, don't forget to put your 0 in the ones place. 4 times 1 is 4, and 9 times 1 is 9. And then we simply add. $1,692, and that again is close to our estimate, so we can say that it's reasonable. All right, number 3, your estimate was 400. To get that estimate, again, remember you need to round to the closest 10, and then multiply those to get your estimate. All right, now to multiply to find the product, we say 3 times 6 is 18. Carry our 1. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. Then we move over to our tens. Don't forget to put your 0 in the ones. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 1 is 2. And we add those partial products. 368, and that is close to our estimate. So again, we can say that it is a reasonable answer. All right, make sure you go in and complete your exit ticket today to show me that you understand what we're learning.